Right, we're back in 3v3 action with Rock Panda and Cool Squirrel. If you've been watching my videos this week, you'll know that we've been playing together. This is a few different videos from what was basically one long gaming session. If I'd have put the whole lot together, it'd have been like an hour long, so I thought, oh, split it up, spread it across the week, and then you don't have to wait as long for Clown Baby videos, and then when they do come, they're not a goddamn hour long. I know some of my viewers do prefer the long form videos, but generally the videos perform better when they're a bit shorter, and I think that's the algorithm promoting it. But they're also just easier for me to make, and it's easier for me to manage my storage space and stuff. Right, I'm messing around with the Ultra One, so this is the start of me trying to capture some footage for using in the Ultra One showcase, which I'm going to be doing soon. So for those of you that do prefer long form videos, that should be a long form video. Oh, we're against real players. I did not realise that Darth Vader has just taken me out. So now I've just sneak attacked behind a zombie, presumably my own zombie, with the Ultra 5. Right, because I was going in for just getting some Ultra 1 footage, it didn't even occur to me that I might need to be on my best form. So I don't know if Darth Vader is on his own or with others, but as you can see, they're dominating. So obviously I need to try and get this Dreadbolt off the battlefield, which I'm putting a lot of effort into and like doing a decent job of. And finally, right, okay, so I've taken Darth Vader down. However, look at this, we're at 7-3, we're not going to win this match. Even pulling it back, like, we just don't have the blasters. Even if I get myself taken out, which I can't really afford to do, I've only got the Ultra 1, which is not going to do well against the Darth Vader and his Revonics, is it? So Darth Vader takes me out there. We're not going to get a chance to come back into this, I don't think. Very, very briefly, right? So, good game. Let's see who we played. Darth Vader, and it doesn't say. Either way, GG to Darth Vader. I have a feeling you had bots on your team, which meant that you went 1 against 3 real players, including myself, and you beat us resoundingly. Although, you were using the Dreadbolt and the Revonics, and I was using the Ultra 1 and the Ultra 5. But that's not to take anything away from you. That is not easy to do. Well played. So we're in the dungeon now. I seem to have just loaded in with random people, presumably bots as well. I was teamed up with Rock Panda, but obviously that's not done anything. So I was hoping again to get some Ultra 1 footage. I come back in, I sneak attack forward, and I just get knocked straight into the water. So, right, sneak attack again, and a bit of a delay there, but it works. So I need to try and pull this back. I'm actually losing, which is a bit embarrassing. So we're at 5-6 now, so let's just try and keep this together. At 6-6, alright, so starting to make a comeback. I could really do with having the Ultra 1, but obviously it's not a good idea for me to take the loss either, the death, because we're so close to the end. So just trying to fight this wave off using the Ultra 5. And we're doing alright, we're holding our own just about. And there we are, right, so we're at 8-8, so even Stevens. Yeah, if I was going to die, now would be the time to do it, but I'm not going to. So we're at 9-8, we just need the 1 kill. Need to be careful though, obviously. So it's at 9-9 now. Oh, and my bot teammate is nearly dead, but I can't just risk running forward into all 3 of them. Oh, he's going to meat wave his way into this. And look at that, just as I was getting a shot off. Defeat, gutted. Right, Rock Panda's gone offline, so I've got Cool Squirrel and Inferno. Inferno with the Dreadbolt and the Revonics. I've been playing with Inferno more or less since I started playing this game. He's always had that gingerbread man avatar. Strangely enough though, it's not very often that he makes it into my videos. Not sure why that is. There's nothing conscious going on there. Maybe we just live in incompatible time zones. To be fair, I was recording this at a time of day where I would have normally been asleep. It was about 3 in the morning, something like that. So that's probably why you're seeing me play with people that you don't normally see on the channel. Obviously that's not going to be a regular occurrence, but you know, weekend, had nothing to do, nothing to get up for, why the hell not? Right, so you can see zombies have taken over entirely. I'm still on my Ultra 1 shtick at the moment, trying to get some decent footage for my Ultra 1 video. I was saying that was probably going to be a long form showcase. I'm not sure if it actually will. It depends how much there is to actually talk about, how much there is to show. I'll try and show, like, you know, a few different game modes and that with it, but ultimately I'm not going to pad the video out just for the sake of it. I am also surprised that I've not showcased the Ultra One before. I do love this blaster, it's just not as good as the Rivonics or the Ultra Select, or half a dozen of the other blasters in this game, to be honest, but I do love it. It's great for zombies and stuff like that, zombies, cacti, so I'll try and get a bit of footage for those in with it as well. Shame I've already completed the zombie event. Yeah, I'm sure I can manage that, not a problem. Right, so the countdown keeps starting and stopping, and that's just something that's pretty standard when you've got zombies all over the place. They do pick the tokens up and then they get themselves killed. Ooh, big boom dozer coming in at the end there, and we just kill it in time. GG. Right, so Cool Squirrel looks like he's rocking that rip chain. He wasn't doing that before, or at least I don't think he was. Interesting choice of blaster. I still don't understand the appeal of it. I really don't. Because it's not particularly fast, it's not particularly accurate. Yeah, it's got a great clip size, 48's fantastic. But apart from that, it doesn't, it doesn't do anything special. Right, I've got taken out early on, so we're going to have to come in with the Ultra 5. We'll just sneak attack forward. Can get ourselves taken out as many times as possible, it doesn't matter. Ooh, right, an opposing Ultra 1, so that's level 15, and it's using the damage boost, same as I'm using, overclock. So we'll get taken out, we'll come in with our own overclocked Ultra 1 and hopefully fight this wave off. If they're not already dead, there's just this guy with a shield up. Unfortunately, the shield wasting some of my overclock, but the overclock lasts quite a long time. That's one of the things I like about it, so we're getting some kills in here. The reload trick's still nice, although when you're playing real players it's not as impactful as it is when you play against zombies. The heal I don't really notice, but it's definitely there and it's nice to have. Yeah, it's just really really good to have that ability on any blaster. Every blaster is better if it's got inbuilt survivability. That way you don't necessarily need to use the heal card with it. Sometimes I would, but overclock is just helping a lot, because the biggest downside to this blaster is it doesn't really do that much damage. It does hit pretty fast and hard. Well, not hard, but it does have a tiny bit of knockback, but it does hit fast. So you just add a bit of overclock to that, and then you throw in the cyclone shock and it's not bad. But this isn't the Ultra One video, so wait for that. Cool Squirrel's brought in the double breach and taken out the rip chain, so I assume he's trying to complete daily quests or something like that. I've switched it up slightly and put the dragon power on the Ultra One because I figured running around faster would be more fun, and I was right. Look at this is great. Alright, so doing alright at the beginning. I'm getting used to this way of playing. This is more of a mid-range type of play, so I can't be the typical sniper, and you can't exactly tank with this blaster, but what you can do is zip around and be a bit of a menace. Always defaulting back to holding the positions I know well, and surveying the battlefield, seeing what's going on before I make my next move. Dragon power cards recharge very quickly, which is nice. Unfortunately, that opponent's got a shield up, so nothing to do there, just move around the battlefield, and the others haven't even spawned back in. We've completely dominated them. That'd be Inferno for you. Inferno has been near the top of the leaderboard as long as I can remember. On the odd times where I've come into direct competition with him, I tend to lose. Yeah, just an all-round solid player, and like I say, he's been here since I started. Right, we've got incoming if this person makes it to me. No, they don't. They get taken out by Cool Squirrel, who is on the ball. So we'll use that movement speed. We'll zip forward, pick up a couple of those tokens, get hit with knockback, and then bashed by the hammer. So that was a bit of a... well, that was pinball, wasn't it? I mean, that's what the name of the game is. So yeah, that was a bit crazy. Once again though, enemies off the battlefield, just one spawning in. It's got a wave of zombies to deal with, and Inferno just closing in on him, turning him into yet another zombie. So I'm just going to hang back here and heal, because as you saw, I took a load of damage, got no other way to heal. Incoming now, I'm just going to run away because we're near the end, and we get the victory. Nice. If any of my viewers, regular or first time, have got blasters that they'd like me to play with, just let me know and I'll do it. Only ones I'm not doing are ones that aren't leveled up yet, and you know, I've not really got the resources to do that because I'm spending them all trying to sort things out for Blaster Party, and I'm also not going to do a video on the Stego Smash because, as my regular viewers will know, I hate that blaster. It's rubbish. Got taken out by a pinball. That was embarrassing, wasn't it? After fighting my way all the way back, surviving, and then just absent-mindedly standing on the track and getting blasted. Reason for that is I was playing late at night, as I mentioned, so I had the volume off. It still records onto the video track, so you can't tell I've got the volume off, but I had the volume off. Didn't hear the pinball, and bash, I got smacked. Not to worry though, I've got this kind of semi-meat wave setup going on, so the Ultra 5 is reducing the cooldown of the blaster by 30%. I think its natural blaster reload time is 36 seconds, I think. So yeah, it's probably ready in like 20, 15, 18, something like that. It's not bad at all, really. And then in the meantime, I can just keep meat waving with the Ultra 5 if I want to. But there we go. I'll just wait for that to cool down, come back in with it, run in there, pick up all of those tokens. As you can see, zombies everywhere. Zombies holding the tokens as well, so we might not get it done on the first countdown. So somebody tried to come at me with a brain saw there. They were very close. You could see the knockback from the Ultra 1 working there. It was kind of knocking them back a little bit, and it's almost like it had a teeny tiny little stun. You know, similar to the Titan CS50, although that's like, that can really like mess you up if you're getting shot by it. It's like you lose the ability to do anything. I'm just going to run away from that guy with the brain saw and pick these up. We'll get through the teleporter if we can. There we are. So we've got away from him because obviously one hit from that brain saw could have killed us. So I'll just head up the ramp as I want to do on this level. And I normally run and hide behind this pillar. And then if I ever need to, I can just jump off the ledge. GG. Alright, cool. Squirrel switching it up again. This time brought the Mega Mastodon in. So I'm guessing Ghoul Grinder and Brainsaw is just his go-to with then random third blaster. Ghoul Grinder is great if you've got it. Yeetster, aka Solo Dragon, likes to play Ghoul Grinder Brainsaw as well. Often rocking the Ultra Select. Used to see, I think he used to rock the Titan CS50 if I remember correctly. Speaking of, there's one of those incoming. However, I get taken out by a boosted Rev Reaper. Alright, so we'll just come in with the Ultra 5, sneak attack, and just do that little meat wavy thing. So you can see that Inferno has taken care of them by turning them into zombies using that Dreadbolt. Cool Squirrel's just running around like a lunatic with that brain saw, picking up all the tokens, generally causing havoc and taking people out. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with a really shitty blaster and a sneak attack card that I've not used, and yeah, I'm not doing much at all at the moment. Don't really need to either. I suppose I could just get myself killed and come back in with the Ultra 1. But just having a bit of fun here. Messing around at the opponent's spawn point. I did expect to get taken out there, I'll be honest. It didn't happen, so we'll just continue to harass the opponents. And finally, 2 shots from a Retaliator. Really? Retaliator sucks. Doesn't matter though, doesn't matter what take us out. Come back in, obviously we've got that dragon power. Don't need to hit it until we're actually going to use it though. So it looks like the countdown's on. Opponents there standing in one of those auras. Didn't last long. They did manage to take out that wave of zombies though. However, now they're having to deal with as actual humans, and that's not going too well. They took out Cool Squirrel, who dropped those tokens. I was there to pick them up. Going to teleport back to my side of the battlefield. Still need to pick up a couple more tokens though to get this countdown on. Just need to be careful of that hole. Incoming there, managed to take care of them. Right, countdown is now on. I've just picked up my 10th token, so I can just run up here now, and as long as I survive, the game is going to be over. So I'll just do my usual, head over to this pillar, ready to make my escape if I need to, which I don't. GG. Cool Squirrel switched it up again. This time he's using the Rex Rampage. Seems to be every game, so I think he's just trying to keep things fresh. Which, you know, when you're grinding, you kind of have to do that. It can get a bit monotonous at times. So I'm going to run all the way forward, and look at that. We take all 3 of them out dead quick. Coming back to the centre, I'm just getting ready to go again. No zombies on the other side of the battlefield yet. And look at where Cool Squirrel's having to stand to actually get any shots in with that Rex Rampage. That's why I use it in manual fire mode, because it's just got such a weak range on it, and there's no real way to boost that on the blaster either. I mean, obviously you can like upgrade it, but there's no Nerf power ability I'm aware of that increases the range of your blasters. You can increase the speed, you should be able to increase the damage, and it should be able to increase the range as far as I'm concerned, but I'm not the dev, am I? Right, we've got that dragon power ready to go. Just kind of surveying the battlefield here. I'm going to rush forward, pick up these tokens, nearly fall in the hole. That's one of the downsides of fast movement speed, but managed to avoid that from happening. So it looks like we've got Inferno forward using the Rivonics. That explains why there isn't zombies all over the place, but he is stun locking the opponents, which is making our jobs quite easy. I'm not sure how Cool Squirrel's getting along with that Rev Reaper. You all know my opinion on it. I think it sucks. Doesn't really matter though. So I'm not going to run away yet. I've only got 9 of the 10 tokens, so if I pick up a 10th I can then run away. There's a 10th, right, so off we go. We'll get back to a hiding spot and just let my teammates hold the front. There we go, GG. Thanks for watching. There'll be more videos. Stay tuned.